Yes, we're here. The Race for Wishes 2023. Oh, I told you yesterday during the stream that at DC-SimRacing, well, especially in terms of the broadcasting, nothing goes as planned. And I'm not sure why our main commentator for the day, unfortunately, he has not been online yet. But of course, I hope the most important thing that he is all right. The second most important thing that we can show you the start of the Race for Wishes. We're going to raise as much money as we can. And well, as you can see, 12 seconds to go before we start the formation lap. And as you can also see, it's dry. And well, for at least the coming 30 minutes, going to stay dry. So we've seen a lot of rain yesterday in qualifying. The session was definitely influenced by that. Well, a lot, we can say. The track was drying up. First part of the qualifying was, of course, a very wet session, and then slowly we saw it become dry, and the track drying up as well. And then we saw this car 926 getting the pole position, also driven by Nevediev. And let me just in advance apologize for all the names that I'm going to butcher today. It's definitely something that is going to happen a lot, but yeah, that's all part of the fun, right? So here we are, finally underway. Well, it's I'll be driving some stints myself this afternoon, and I can tell you that I'm already well, pretty tired. I was planning on getting a good night's sleep, but yeah, still so much in my head, things that that need to be arranged. So well, here we are, and as you can see, we have already raised $535.53, and I'll be adding that. I hope John is able to join us soon, our main commentator for the day, and then I'll be trying to add to that amount as quickly as we can, because we have, of course, the drivers, the teams that have signed up. They've raised a total of, well, by yesterday's currency conversion, that would be about $425. So that's just for the team registration. So that amount we're going to see added. And also, we've had a lot of donations through our GoFundMe.com link. A separate sort of, well, let's say, account that we made to make it easier for people who don't have a credit card to donate as well. And you can see all those links in the description. You can find them there. Of course, if you want to donate, and I know that you want to donate, because why else are you here? And of course, the well, the most exciting feat we think it is the incentives. So you can fill in a Google form, and as Menno said in the driver's briefing, just if you have a penalty, first let the guys know that you want to buy it off, then fill in the form, and of course do the actual donation, as Menno said, and I really want to reiterate that. If you mess about with this, if you promise us a donation and then you don't donate, don't have a very good reason for that, then yeah, the penalty will be severe. Because yeah, I can tell you this, we're of course doing this with volunteers who spent their well, being a volunteer myself, yeah, it's just not fun to be messed around with like that. So yeah, you will not be amused. But yeah, let's first, here you can see our wonderful one of the wonderful commentators that we have today made a list, made a little thingy at the last moment to be able to show you the incentives the entire time. So you can see them in the bottom right of your screen. But let's see, we have Nevediev, Lees, Zokling, yeah, and there you go, Maciakowski. And I hope that's in the ballpark. Van der Steeg will come a bit more natural for me to pronounce. And let's see. Well, one thing, of course, it's a 24-hour race. And again, something that Menno really focused on during the driver's briefing. Don't do anything silly. Well, we have one thing going for us. It's not raining. So that will be one less factor in the incredible chaos. Yeah, let's hope that we can avoid that, the incredible chaos. We see the drivers now lined up in double file. Of course, the great thing, I tend to get confused, probably not so much anymore, but it's a bit confusing sometimes that people might think that this is the start-finish line. Of course it is for Formula 1, it's not for GT racing, because it's just around the corner of La Source. So yeah, we see this wonderful, wonderful big grid. We have 39 cars today, and 39 contributing teams. Love it, and I hope you guys can, splash the cash, get some donations out, and influence the race. Of course, you don't have to be involved in the racing to. Let's first focus on start. There we go. That's a green flag. And Medvedev not having a very good start, because Leia is immediately coming on beside him. Oh, there's contact. Oh, exactly what you don't want to see. I see someone not pushing the brakes there, so that's a big crash. That immediately sends the 926 car all the way back to the field. But Leyes has been... Sorry, that's not true. I was going to say Leyes has survived that. No, it's Rens de Lange that has, taken that first position, but immediately overtaken by Liam Hinman, as I'm saying that. And we also see Wagner making moves. And let's just go through the field really quickly, as you see Wagner really making an aggressive move there. Let's move through the field a bit, see where the action is, as the drivers will slowly want to steady into the position. And of course, it's an endurance race. The race is incredibly long, still 23 hours and 58 minutes to go, and a couple of seconds. So it will absolutely not make sense to make these silly moves. We see Zirkling already in the pit, so he immediately returned to the pit. Elias also having a lot of damage. I see a 30-second penalty, and of course also will be able to. Sorry, yeah, I'm also, as you can understand, I'm also involved in very much involved in the organization of this race, so I'm getting a couple of chat messages regarding our Tiltify system, which doesn't entirely work as we expected, but as you can see, we can at least see the total amount raced. So that's the most important thing, right? That's what we want to do today, raise as much money as we can. I see yellow flag for Stokely. And my apologies for this not being the best broadcasting that you've ever seen, because I know that John is fantastic in that, and unfortunately I completely expected him to be here, but let's just hope that everything is fine with him, and let's hope that I can do a decent job at giving out, showing you the action, and see the replay of that start, because what went on there. So, such an early moment to have contact there. So, the 926 car. Okay, so here is Erik Elias coming straight into the pit. 926. On track, also a lot of damage. Let's look at a quick replay at the start. If that is going to work, yes it is. Oh yeah, there's contact between the two guys in front. Yeah, that's it's. I'm not gonna pass on any judgment on there. We have perfectly fine stewards for that, but it's a bit early to make contact. Whoever is at fault, that's again entirely up to the stewards. But that's unfortunate to see that in front of the field as well. Well, let's take the positives and yeah, we can say that there are 3 cars in the pit. So most of the cars have gone through without problem. Let's focus on the positives. And let me also say hi to the chat, and if you're there, yeah, just participate with us. Just one of the fun things I think of this sort of event, the interaction with you guys. I see Menno, of course, the DC-SimRacing Big Cheese, of course, he's also in the chat. Apologies. Of course, he also will be doing a bit of racing. We have Tintercat in the chat. Unfortunately, he won't be racing today, but very much a volunteer for us. Doing his fantastic work as always. Backmaster J zit er weer klaar voor Let's Go, which I can translate to well, they're sitting ready for it. Is would be in a rough translation of that. So and we have. Liam DK27 or 27. Come on, Era Esports. Nick Timmerman saying good luck all. So, good to see you guys. And I'm also going to take a little look at our incentives, see if anything will come in. Yes, I will be able to keep track of that as well. So far nothing, but yeah, we're expecting a few to come in. Yeah, I know I will be buying a couple of them because, as I said yesterday, I am horrible with the track limits here. So yeah, I'll definitely have to buy off my incompetence on this track, especially in the rain. But it looks good so far. The track is fast. No rain in sight, so looking good so far. Let me just place it on autopilot for a while, because again, I'm not sure if I can do a better job of that myself at the moment. See that Rens de Lange. Let me just get that screen up a little bit. Making adjustments on the fly as you do. There you go. So you see Rens de Lange not pulling away. Just a bit in front of Hinman in the number 14 car. And well, it's one of the things I spent a little bit of time on this morning, is getting their livery to work. So working together with one of their team members to get that livery up and running. So now we can see it on stream here, fortunately. Pacmas 46, good luck to all. It's in the chat. Good to see you there. And we have Dominic Huber, currently third. Bobby Car Crew. And Wagner currently driving the 69 car. It's a nice little livery there. Plenty of very good looking liveries today. Through the field a bit. Of course, there will be plenty of racing to see, and hopefully with a better broadcaster soon. But yeah, I'll still do my best. But we can just walk through the field a bit, look at all the nice liveries, and introduce ourselves with the drivers. The Garage 3.1 car here. Lovely then. Benjamin Schwartzler taking it away for Leonard Esports. Let me just get that thing in there. Yeah, that's a bit easier to read. Leonard Esports. Mike van der Hoek, Fast and Furious 2.0. One of the buyers of the Super Bowl yesterday, so I know that they started or they qualified in the Super Bowl. They bought a ticket there on their own merit. They qualified 11. So it's a good thing that they bought that Super Bowl ticket. Again, it's a very nice livery. Just showing the Make-A-Wish logo so prominently. Love this one. Really good to see. Also good to see Christophe Samijn in the DC-SimRacing car. And yeah, that's well. Yeah, I'll say it. I'll claim it. That's absolutely my favorite livery here. Of course, I am might be a bit biased in that, but yeah, I think it looks really sharp. Love our new logo. Love my logo. I'm happy with that. Let's go on. Davis, Chris Davis for Team Iris. I love all the work that you guys have put into this, into making these awesome liveries. It looks so much better to have liveries like this. Of course, we have Hexagon Nation, one of the earlier people to sign up here in the for this race. So good to have those guys with us. There's Sergei Nevedev. We've already seen him, of course. He was our pole position. He had our pole position. Did apparently not come in because he still has a lot of damage. Also, he's on P12, so still able to drive that car. Oh yeah, and I said, by the way, it's for the stewards to decide. That's assuming that these teams will file a report, which it's probably a fair assumption. 531, I'm afraid that your livery has not loaded in correctly. No promises, but maybe we can mitigate that if you maybe check out your awesome client upload. If you see that Nevedev is trying to get past here. But not successful so far. Of course, we know that McLaren is quite a bit quicker. Oh, subscription. Daniel Schroeder just subscribed. Thank you very much. I just keep seeing it. Nevedev trying to make a move. Ricardo Macking saying, shocking driving stance for the beginning of a 24-hour race, isn't it? I'm not sure if I completely agree with that, Ricardo. The thing is, I've seen shocking things. I've seen truly horrendous things in my time as a broadcaster. And this was not so bad. Of course, you don't want to see the number 2 and number 1 drivers collide. But yeah, when both of these guys don't want to give up, and apparently they didn't, yeah, then things like that happen. Of course, yeah, there's a bit of fallout after that, so 2 or 3 cars were involved in that as well, which is pretty much unavoidable when the front of the field, yeah, let's say, lands somewhere on the track. So yeah, I'm not too shocked, but yeah, I would have loved to just see them. I would have loved to not see it happen, but yeah, I'm not too worried about the driving standard. Again, I've seen worse. So and we're well on the way, and yeah, for the 926 car, the damage is not too much. Oh, this is bad. Another thing to investigate there for the stewards. Fedev absolutely not pulling out. Again, no judgment from my end, but yeah, that's definitely something to look into. So again, involved in an incident. So let's go through the field then, because that little fight unfortunately now is over. The 777 car. Christian Hatak. Another especially nice looking livery there. Ricardo Macking saying at the front it was all good, but at the back it was shocking, especially for such a good cause as the race for wishes. Keep up the good work, guys. Thank you. First of all, thank you very much, Ricardo. Okay, yeah, I will have to take your word on that. It didn't look too bad on my end, but yeah, it's basically you only need one person to make a mistake, right? And that can have incredible consequences, as we see that Zimmerman and my teammate Patrick Bijsters are battling it out, and funnily enough they were also battling it out yesterday in qualifying, in terms of position that is, but Zimmerman also was traffic for Patrick Bijsters there, although he won't consider himself as traffic of course, but yeah, Zimmerman was of course, Stefan Zimmerman was of course just doing his laps as well. Also just buy everyone a drive-thru and you're back in the race. That's an expensive proposition there, Mark, but yeah, you're absolutely right. You can definitely, that's definitely one of your options here. And Mark also saying, coming everyone, keep driving, it's for a good cause. Absolutely, that's the spirit. And there we go. Nevedyev getting a 30-second drive-through. .926 sticks to the ideal line and causes run in with 387, which causes a massive crash and 2 more cars getting involved. Going through the chat. I'm not going to focus too much on that because yeah, it's incredibly busy on my own. But yeah, I was a bit annoyed because I was expecting, of course, a commentator to come in. No judgment there as well, because I don't know what's going on. I know John to be incredibly reliable and we owe so much to Ravencomp's just, well, not only the nice list you have there, but their input last week has been amazing. So yeah, we can absolutely forgive John, whatever the reason was that he's not in right now, and we'll just, yeah, you guys will just have to make do with me. That's the way it is. In the meantime, Patrick Bijsters made it move while I was babbling on, so I'm sure that you guys were able to see that, as I was trying to focus on 3 things at the same time. One of them being the chat. Ein Urel. Car 84 for the win. Will be, oh yeah, that's our friend Daniel from Fun Racing. So we'll continue our little journey through the pack. So looking at all the lovely liveries here. And also DC-SimRacing stalwart Fritz Entius in the chat. Success drivers make wishes come true. Thank you very much, Fritz, for saying that, because yeah, that's exactly what this is all about. Making wishes come true. So, and I see that we've already had another fair chunk of money. We're now on $570. So let's go through the field. The 31 car. Also, I'm not sure if you guys have your livery loaded. Let me know if this is Garage 3-1, and I know your teammates have a very nice livery. So there might be something wrong with your awesome client upload. So please check that. Daniel Mietke for the fundraising team, of course. Yeah, we're very happy to have these guys partner up with us to organize this awesome event. And well, they were able to raise, I think it was $1,100 last year. So they were absolute, one of the heroes of the last year's edition. And well, so awesome, so proud that we can welcome them on track today. So Daniel himself taking us away in the race, and currently on the 18th position. Michael Graser. Fired Up Racing. As we see a bit of action just behind there, so let's switch over to that. Thijs van Leeuwen on the inside here, making his move on Daan van Dijk. Oh, but I keep the brakes on. Okay, it did rejoin there in the end. So no damage done there. Of course there was damage done for Van Leeuwen, but yeah, it is what it is. Daan van Dijk losing it now. Ooh, it's a long race, Daan. So stay calm. Nick Bruining, sorry. Again, it's been a short night, and it's going to be an even shorter night. So hopefully, because I'll be doing the final few hours of commentary tomorrow morning, and hopefully I'll still be able to speak at that point. But let's see how things proceed from now on. Oh yeah, and there we have, I think, the one and only Bentley in the field of QRT Racing, or the Boatley as it is affectionately called. It might become a boat today, because as again we've seen a lot of, well, switching weather conditions, let's put it like that. And this Boatley very much under pressure from a McLaren behind it, so probably one of the slower cars battling it out with one of the quicker cars. The quicker car here being driven by the 44 car driven by Marco Strittmatter. Strittmatter? Just let me know if I can help it to better pronounce your name. Then absolutely let me know. Let's look at. Oh, there's Nevediev coming in for their penalty. Just continue our walk through here. Max Everett, Project New Racing. Ooh, and I see a yellow flag there for Daniel. And again for you as well, Daniel. The race is long, but yeah, I should absolutely not talk too loud about that, because I still have my own stints, and I will definitely make a couple of very costly mistakes, which I will hopefully buy off as well. But I won't be able to do that when I'm in the car. So if I rack up 2 track limit warnings, and the teammate that will follow me up in the car eventually will get that drive through, then I will absolutely buy it off. It's totally my fault. But there you go. Let's go on. Valentin, German hobby racers. Valentin. Blue flashy Lamborghini here. And Van Leeuwen we already saw. Thijs making a little spin there. He's back on the way in the 24th position. Jan de Ridder, Dutch understeer squad. Well, especially in the rain, I noticed that the McLaren has quite a bit of understeer. That could be our setup. I don't want to bash our setup makers in our team, because yeah, I absolutely have no idea what I'm doing when it comes to making setups. And by now you must wonder if there's anything that I can do correctly, if there's anything that I can do right. Well, I do have a couple of talents: making setups, broadcasting. Yeah, that's probably not one of my strongest suits, but I do the best I can, and as long as you enjoy yourself, right, that's the most important thing. Patrick Stockley, Charm Racing Blue. very nice flashy livery. And this is a nice name, Timo Send. Maybe he'll be sending it a couple of times this race. Oh, I see Van Leeuwen. And a yellow flag there. I think we went a bit wide there. Let's go on. Seteni Foray. Pinche Racing Team. Nice. Nice and fresh looking livery, I would say. Christoph Babel of the Cham Racing Green. And I would say that they were involved in that little first lap trouble. And I see HD in the chat. Can we give Jan de Ridder some love? It's his first endurance race. Yeah, let's just go back to Jan then. Of course, we just, as we see him side by side with Stockley. And Stockley coming past. Oh no, Jan. Well, this being your first endurance race, I absolutely know what you're feeling, but yeah, just calm down. Drive your own pace and things will come towards you. Of course, your teammates can buy some nice incentives to help you along. Just stay calm, keep those tires cool, and keep yourself cool as well. And have fun, of course. That's the most important thing. Let's continue on through our list. Yeah, of course, Christoph Babel, we already gave a little attention. Yeah, I was saying it might be that he was involved in that first lap mayhem. Finn Jadike, BOF Racing, Race for Wishes. Look at that, there's even a little DC-SimRacing logo on there. Thank you for that, guys. Love it. And again, we already know this car. We've seen it drop down through the field, but yeah, Sergey is absolutely a very quick guy out there. So we'll be seeing more of them throughout this race. And I love this livery. As I said yesterday, it's yeah, sort of takes us back to the late 90s in Formula 1 with the McLaren team, of course. I would not proclaim myself to be a fan of cigarettes or cigarette sponsoring, but yeah, this livery is definitely a classic, isn't it? Good to see as Nevediev goes for P30, overtaking Jadike, we just saw. Let's move on to Bella Gaidan. Yellow Submarine Squad, yeah, we've already seen this car, as the livery does not seem to have been loaded up correctly. But again, please check that, and maybe we can do a little resync somewhere during the race. As we see the fundraising car. And these are not on the same lap. There's a blue flag there for Kevin Schoor. And also, I see Eric Elias is was starting in P2. They have dropped back to the 36th position. Of course, the 296 car having received a 30-second stop-and-go penalty. So these guys were, well, pretty much the victim. So the stewards have decided. Still going on in P36. The race is long, still 23.5 hours to go. Dan Willem van der Steeg, and I'm going through several directions now throughout the field, because I see a couple of position changes as well, and I want to give everyone a bit of attention, of course. Cargo Delta sponsoring this QRT car. We might have already seen it. I think we've seen, there's a couple of QRT cars in the field, so might have seen a sister car there. Patrick Maciagowski in the lovely Red Balls sponsoring. Okay, yeah, well, if you sit in your rig too long, that is something that might happen. Reiner Zeugling, Francorchamps. We're slowly going through the field here. You see Kevin Schoor of Rentnergang. P38. Oscar Motin, another car of the Hexagon Nation outfit. P39. And then we have Ricardo Benitez picking up the last position in the race. So there you go. That should be everyone. If I missed someone, then just let me know. And yes, of course, as you do, Jacob Hart says good battle for second right now. So, yeah, let's switch over to that because we see Liam Hinman and Manuel Wagner battling it out. Also just looking a bit at the incidents, the decisions that have been made. Keep looking at this battle. Manuel Wagner dropping off now a bit. Of course, that McLaren having kind of an advantage here on track. Yes, let's jump to P20 because I see some action going on there. Ooh, lots of damage there for Zimmerman. The last time we saw them, they were not this damaged. So definitely involved in a bit of a scrap there. See, 10-second penalty for the Passion, the 196 car. Grass here. What's going on? They're probably finding their way back to the pit. Let's jump to Davis, following up very closely on Hatak, driving in front of them. let's jump back to Wagner. Let's see if he can make a move, because he's now within 1/10 of Hinman. Very much putting the pressure on. Since Ben was I'll also be driving, of course, very soon, but John not having shown up so far. Might have to postpone it a bit. I completely missed the action here, of course. But, Wagner getting through on Hinman. Small train here behind Daniel Mietke. Bruinings looking if he can find a way past. But also Valentin and Streetmotor are not too far behind. Zimmerman is coming into the pit. But we saw him having a lot of damage. So far, hanging on to that position. There we see Streetmaker Matter making his move past Valentin. A couple of penalties being handed out. a 15-second penalty for the 77 car. for avoidable contact, rear ends the 112 car, which causes the 112 to go into the wall and loses lots of time and gets lots of damage. So that's that. And we also see a penalty for 196, but I don't see the reports. I'm not exactly sure what went on there. And yeah, I see we have reached $600 so far. Again, with plans going a little bit different. Yeah, John not being in so far. I've not been able to transfer the money that we've raised by well, signing up. So all the teams signing up raised about $425 altogether. I haven't been able to transfer that money, but that means that we're already over $1,000, guys. With not even an hour race so far. Still plenty of cash in the bank of the GoFundMe account. Come on, Mietke, put your foot down. That's good advice. But yeah, Daniel, so far keeping things together here. But yeah, keeping himself calm and collected, I would say. Jump over to Attack, as he's very close onto Mike van der Hoek. That car that we see there is Traffic, getting nicely out of the way. Of course, the blue flags are the well, standard blue flags, which are well, advisory, not so much as in following one, where it absolutely means get out of the way. That's not the blue flag in the rest of the racing world, and especially not in GT racing. So it's up to the quicker driver to make the move. Of course, the car that's being lapped cannot defend. But, that car there moving out of the way nicely, as we see Hatak is Hataking. That's a wonderful joke if I say so myself. He's attacking Mike van der Hoek and yeah, making that move stick there. So Mike van der Hoek not having a good exit. You see the cars behind here are not on the same lap. The earliest car behind. Ooh, we see someone hitting the wall there. That's one of those back markers. I was going to say the earliest car behind Mike currently is Davis. 3 seconds behind there. So we'll go back to see how Kurt Peters says. Well, he enjoyed that joke, so I hope everyone did. But plenty of that coming in the next 23 hours. Let's also jump to. Thijs van Leeuwen, as we've already seen him a bit earlier on, having a little spin in a battle and is now putting the pressure on Lecky in the Bentley. I see Daan van Dijk has gotten a drive-through penalty. Daan van Dijk 500 car, rear-ended 79, which is Nick Bruinings. At 79, causing a collision with multiple cars involved. So immediately taking up that penalty there. trying to keep track again of several things at once, as you do, hopefully not missing too much of the track action, but again, it's a long race, so not seeing each and every overtake will not be the worst thing in the world. Having said that, let's go back to the battle that Daniel Mietke is involved in, because Daniel now getting pretty close to Nick Bruinings. Last lap being the quickest lap of the race for Nick. 2:20.247. Nick starting in the 31st place. Of course, yesterday we had that qualifying with the very changing weather conditions. That is to say, it started off wet and it got drier and drier, but I'm guessing a lot of people will sort of missed out. It's just a matter of good timing, because the track was getting so much quicker, so fast, that you had to be there for those last couple of seconds. If you did not time that right, then yeah, you were definitely going to miss out. That might definitely have happened for a few guys, as we see that Strittmatter goes on the outside here past Daniel Mietke. Unfortunately for Daniel, he is falling back there. Let's jump to Thomas Moberg. So, not too far behind Schreuder. Very happy to see John is online, so I hope he'll be able to join us soon. And we see that Moberg is making his move there on Schreuder. Very nicely done. Has a nice clean track ahead of him. Ooh, Schmidt. What's going on there? Mirage 3-1 car. Just standing there, stationary. Not sure what went wrong there. You see that Valentin is also very close behind Mietke now. Trying to keep track of those battles. Trying to keep track of everything, basically. We have Davis within half a second of Mike van der Hoek. And Moberg, who we just saw overtake Schreuder. And Schreuder has Altak not far behind him. And looking at lap times, then we can say that Schreuder, of course, he had that overtake being done on him in the last lap, but his lap time was, or his quickest lap time so far is 2:19.037. And Moberg and Altak are both a bit quicker, just 2:3 is their quickest lap. So I would say that they potentially have a bit more speed. But just keep an eye on that. But, if you have any requests for a car that you want to see, just let me know in the chat and I'll jump to them. Now Van Dijk in the pit, and it's such an incredibly long pit. Of course, this is for their stop and go penalty. No, it's not. Let me see. Yeah, it is, of course. That was a drive-through initially for car 500. And it's stop and go, as you can see. So they're taking that right now. Switch back to Davis, chasing Mike van der Hoek. $600.53. The Koen Gaming saying, of course, Marcel, one of the heroes again of last year. I remember him well, driving the last couple of stints in a dress. So I don't think he'll be racing today, but yeah, of course, he's always free to put up another, just change his clothes into another nice dress and get a webcam on himself. For a donation, obviously, but if you would want to do that, of course. So, no pressure, Marcel, if you don't have time, of course. That's also a very valid answer, but anything goes, of course, for money. You see Hatak now chasing Schreuder. So we just saw him hot-talking Van der Hoek. Yes, I'm definitely going to make that joke a few times this coming 24 hours. There we see his move on Schreuder. Schreuder not putting up too much of a fight. And as someone who is, I'm a fair bit slower than Schreuder. So no, that's not a jab towards Schreuder. I definitely know when to, or how to pick my fights. And if someone is quicker, I'm not going to make their life too difficult, and maybe that's exactly what Schreuder did in this case as well, which is sensible, I think. Mike van der Hoek, closely followed by Davis, and now Patrick Bijsters, again my teammate. Here we go. It's Davis making his move on Van der Hoek. Patrick Bijsters, we see piling on the pressure on Mike van der Hoek as well. This is some nice racing here. Just defending and attacking at the same time, I would say. There he gets his move done on Davis again. Davis getting a 15-second penalty. Or maybe they already had that. Apologies if that's the case, because let's hope these guys will not go through or next to each other through a ruse. They don't. So Mike van der Hoek so far has made that move. But yeah, it's all about momentum here on the long straight. Mike taking the defensive route here. And Patrick also taking a look. But not making his move just yet. Situation in the front pretty much stable right now with the Lange leading the race just 4.5 seconds, and I say just because again it's a long race, so what's 4.5 seconds in a 24-hour race? Yeah, let me see if I can find out more about the time penalties here. So let's see, 77 car. Ah yeah, that's a fairly old penalty. I'm not entirely sure why the 196 car has a penalty. Let's see anything back from that, or I might be just reading over it, but $625 raised. Look at that. We have our first incentive being bought. I think it's our first one. That's the 373 car requested by SimRacing. Stefan saying moin together. Moin, I think if I remember correctly, that's morning, sort of like informal thing to say in German, so well, good morning, 1 o'clock it is, but good afternoon to you, Stefan. Thank you for joining us. But yeah, a weight reduction for 60 minutes for SimRacing. So now it's on to our stewards to yeah, make that incentive, make that stick. They've already made the donation. Let me just confirm that. Have seen. You say every time moin. Oh, so that's throughout the day. That's not something for the more. I thought, of course, yeah, morning moin. It's just just a bit of deduction from someone who is not all that good at German. So. Still looking at this battle for the 10th position. I can tell you that the battle for the 6th position, well, maybe it's not so much a battle, but there is a little train behind Moberg here. See Schwenk coming really close there on the braking. Plattdeutsch. Ah. Well, maybe I'll... well, I have already learned a few things about German during this stream. So we're not just raising money. We're also learning things. That's good. And Daniel Schroeder. You see, I know how to pronounce the nice O with the umlaut on it. Schroeder. Moin. Yes, there you go. And I hope I pronounced that correct as well. As we see Hatak making another Hatak. but not making it stick this time, not yet. Schwenk having to do some hard defending here. It is Schreuder, or is it Schroeder, going to take advantage of that? That's of course the big question. Mike van der Hoek is a few seconds behind there, 6 seconds. $670. It's the money is coming in quickly, and we love to see that. That's yeah, 373 minus 20 kilogram ballast, $45. Boom, there you go. That's a lot of money there. And of course we have more expensive incentives, but yeah, as Daniel said in the during the briefing, there will be probably a few happy hours during the 24 hours or 23 hours, because the first hour just has been finished, so there will be a couple of, well, at least one happy hour. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, but yeah, it's just so good to see the money coming in. That is what it's all about. I can also tell you that John is on his way to come in. Unfortunately, they had a bit of an electrical problem last night. Fortunately, he is all right. And I also see a request. This is absolutely awesome. Because the car number is not filled in, so yeah, that's not going to be handled that way. Of course, when you request an incentive, you absolutely have to fill in the car number, because yeah, we will not be able to keep track of who gets what. We're not magicians, so we absolutely need you to fill in that information. So our first incentive. Really happy to see that being bought. Minus 20 kilograms ballast for a period of 60 minutes. It's up to the stewards to decide when this will be. Oh yeah, I see Menno already confirmed that they will have 20 kilograms weight reduction for 60 minutes. So yeah, as soon as John can join us in the commentary box, then I will absolutely buy one for our team as well. Because, well, that will be a very nice. I'm seeing lots of German there. Unfortunately, let me see if I can fix this. Because of course I want to. No idea how to pronounce that. Hoog die tassen. I have no idea what it means, but I'm guessing it's a good thing. Because I see people cheering with beer, and beer is always good. So, yes, and there's Menno confirming to us that 373 have received their weight reduction. So happy to see that first incentive being bought. Yeah, let me just remind you that if you request something, just like the 373 car did, just because they excellently noted down their car number as we requested. And yeah, that's also something that I have to check as soon as John is in, because it should be mandatory to fill in your car number. But someone still has been able to not do it, so there must be something wrong with the form. It's just a small thing that we will also modify, of course. But, yeah, until that time, please do fill in your car number because we do absolutely need it. We will not be able to track your donation or link your donation to your car number, and we won't be able to apply it. And as much as we thank you for your donation, whether or not it's for an incentive or just a general donation, but of course it would be a shame for the advantage, to go to waste. As we see, Hatak is now coming into the pit lane. Excuse me, I'm having some stomach issues, it seems, but that's a nice thing to look forward to the next 24 hours. Moberg really closely following Schwetzler. How's that, guys? Schwetzler? Not sure. Bear with me. Daniel, of course, is joining the commentary box as well sometime this afternoon, so your pronunciations for the German names will be a lot better, as we see that drivers are making their first couple of pit stops. So that's also Hinman, who's come in, Huber, who's come in, Schwetzler, Schmenk, Schreuder. So yeah, we see those first 70 minutes, of course, the stint timer being 70 minutes, and that time has now finished, of course, so or is slowly finishing. It is, of course, not starting exactly at 12 o'clock, but there you go. So lots of drivers coming into their pit boxes very soon, or well, not of course not pulling into their pit boxes. That would be sad to see, and also not something that is programmed into ACC, but you know what I mean. And if you don't, well, bear with me. Patrick Bijsters, again my teammate, now in third position, so very nice. And again, Project JS, kind regards to my English-speaking colleagues. Hey, Project JS, good to see you. Of course, we also have German streams, and Project JS, if you want to shout them out in the channel, then please, of course, go ahead. I'm sure that the German-speaking friends will already be aware of our stream as well, so you want to pop in those as well, of course, you are very welcome to do that. Tim Turquette saying, imagine a McLaren that's OP already, getting a minus 40 kilogram weight reduction. Yes, absolutely. But yeah, it's all in the game. What can you do? So Patrick Bijsters absolutely going for that first position very soon. Also Patrick, being a steward himself, have been able to not rack up a penalty so far. Michael Jeffrey Cox saying, Daniel, already sweaty hands, P3. I said yesterday during the qualifying that I felt the pressure when Patrick was suddenly, as he's coming in right now, that he was suddenly in the top 10. And Antelope AUT, so I'm guessing you're from Austria there, saying we can absolutely make the Mecha fly even more. Yes. Well, I hope John will join us soon, and I will be able to hand out that incentive as well. Looking forward to that. Of course, it would not make sense to give me that that incentive, because I will not be someone who can make the most of that. So I definitely will be giving that out to. I will definitely be giving that out to one of my fellow drivers. Let's see if the Queen's coffers can stomach such an expense. And Sandro asking, where is the boat? Let's see where the boat is. Currently in the P29. The QRT boat lead. driven by David Slater. He will also be ending his stint very soon, no doubt. So Wiedmann getting a yellow flag there in his 720 car. Or did David Slater perhaps already, let me just check. Did they perhaps already end their stint? Yes, that's David Slater coming into the car, or maybe I was already in. My apologies. You can imagine that with 42 cars now in the field, I'm not going to be able to keep track of each and every driver, but no doubt that after 24 hours I will know your names a bit better. Just bear with me until that moment. She looks a bit beaten up. Yeah, she does. That's it's been an expensive hour in that sense. But yeah, it is still looking. It is a good-looking car. Again, not the quickest, but and I hear. Is that John Wright?
It most certainly is. Most of them. Most of them. Some of them might still be out digging his way through the snow. There is nothing quite like waking up to 8 inches of snow in the morning. Yeah, it's been fun. It's been a fun morning, Daniel. How are you?
I'm absolutely fine, mate. I brought us on the way, so I was able to think on my feet and take over the stream. So no worries there, and good to have you with us.
Yeah, good to be here, bud. Good to be here. How's the start of the race gone so far? More importantly, how many incentives have we bought so far? How much is the pay-to-win structure paying some people to win?
Well, we've just seen the first car, the 373 car, buying a nice incentive, minus 20 kilograms for 1 hour. And I already promised that I was also going to hand out a penalty, or not a penalty, of course, but hand out an incentive to my own team, as you do, as soon as you would come in and help me with the broadcasting. Of course, helping, meaning that you would do your magic. And yeah, of course, as we will do, we will have to see about the technical part, because it might be best if you could somehow take over the stream, John. I'm not sure how we can do that, but
yeah, well, if you're ready to end the stream, just tell me when you're ready to end, and I will tell you when to push that button.
And will people be able to keep?
Yeah. So what I'll do is, I will hit go live. So if you're ready to go, I'm going to hit go live now. And then if you end the stream at your end, that should just let me take straight over.
Okay, so just for the chat and for everyone watching to be aware, we're going to stop the stream for a second, and well, hopefully John can seamlessly take over again. So yeah, John, I'll be clicking stream, stop the stream. So let's try that.